Guys, just put my bag down and I just realised it's covered in ants. Look. Shit. How am I going to get rid of these ants? There's like a whole ant's nest on them. I must have put my bag on an ant's nest.
Hello folks and welcome to 4 Season Backpacking. Please subscribe for the latest outdoor adventure videos.
Morning guys. I had a really good sleep last night actually. Sleeping much better now. I think I'm getting over the whole lockdown thing. Oh, it's a nice sunrise. Should have got up earlier to drone it. Oh well. Strangely, when I woke up, unzipped the fly sheet, the outer sheet was unzipped. Spooky, eh? It could have been when I went out to go for a wee last night, but I'm sure I closed it. Spooky. So guys, I'm going to get the tent down and get on my way. I've not got far to get to the next village. This may be the... no, this won't be the last day. But we're getting closer to the end of the trail now. Maybe 2 days, 3 days maximum to the end of the trail. Well folks, you can see all my rubbish is in the plastic bag as usual. I've left no trace, everything's picked up. I'm just double, triple checking that I haven't left anything behind or any rubbish. I usually go over the site for a good 5 minutes sometimes, just checking for rubbish and see if I've left anything. So many people lose things while out hiking as well. Just seen some, just a little bit of plastic, but every bit counts because it gives a good impression of people who love the outdoors or wild camp. If you're going to use places and just leave cans and crap everywhere, you know, you're going to get absolutely no respect. Why would you? So yeah, you have got to respect the land, the nature. I mean, some of this rubbish can actually kill the wildlife, so effectively if you leave rubbish behind, you are possibly killing some wildlife off as well. Actually guys, this is probably coming out all shaky because of how dark it is, and I'm using the GoPro on digital stabilization, GoPro 8. But I love this forest, it's beautiful. Obviously not going to tell you what forest it is or woodlands it is. I don't, as I said, I'm not going to tell people the locations where I camp now, unless of course it's obvious where I'm camping, you can see a landmark or something. It's no point, you know, I'm going to keep the location secret just because I don't want the location to become overrun with wild campers. I know most wild campers are very respectful. Unfortunately, there are some people who go camping that obviously just don't give a shit, unfortunately, and it's quite a few people in fact. But it's not just people who go camping, it's people who drive cars. They throw rubbish out the window. Some people, not everyone. I'd imagine most people don't, but there's a lot of people who do. So it's not just wild campers, it's people who drive cars as well, people who hike, people in the towns. You can't blame it on wild campers. But I like to, when I can, pick up other people's rubbish, because whinging about the problem is not going to solve it. I think it's here to stay. it's just one of those things. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, or I think actually it's just society, isn't it? I suppose. Don't want to get political and stuff on this channel. Avoid all that nonsense. But yeah, it's funny because for years camping in the woods, normally hear this really loud sort of roarish sound at night. I don't know whether it's some kind of weird bird or animal, and I've always wondered what it was. And this morning I found out, because I heard the noise and I saw the animal this morning whilst putting the tent down, and it's a bloody deer. Now I've been in the middle of rutting season, and that's a totally different noise. It's like, I don't know, I can't remember now, it's like or something like that. But the noise this deer was making, I mean, it was a hell of a noise, but it was a totally different noise to the rutting season noise. It was a bloody big deer. I don't know if it was I don't think it was a red deer, but it was you do get red deers down south. I have seen them, but I'm not sure what the type. There's quite a few different types of deer you get down here normally, but there are some red deer about. I've seen them. I've even seen a red deer walk along the canal path, Oxford Canal Path. Yeah, so I was hearing that noise last night, but it was really loud, and it actually sounded like a werewolf. You know, you'd imagine a werewolf to sound, or a rabid dog. You know, some dangerous wild animal. And I was actually getting my penknife ready, because, you know, there are actually big cats roaming the countryside. There's been so many sightings. There's a guy I was speaking to actually on this trail who had actually seen one. I'm sure he said he's seen one, yeah. I think I saw one on Exmoor once. Now some of these cats can attack humans, I believe. I think it's more likely they're going to attack other animals, but I'm sure they've been known to attack humans. I'm not sure about in this country, but it's a possibility. So, and this one sounded like a big animal. Obviously it was, in the end it was a deer. And yeah, actually deers do attack and kill people. Red deers, especially in rutting season, they use their antlers. They've mauled people to death, which I didn't realise at the time. When I was walking through the biggest herd of red deer in Europe on the Isle of Rum, I wild camped in the deer reserve, and the woman came up to me. She was really concerned for my safety. She was like a deer expert. She'd been there for 20 years studying them, so she knew how to handle them. But I think the reason why they didn't attack me, I've got loads of photos of it. I wish I took a video, it would have been a classic. But like, I got some great photos of it. And I could hear them right now outside my tent. There was herds of them. And I was walking straight past it, like the male deers going, "Arr!" And I got right up close to them taking photos. I probably wouldn't do it now, knowing what I know now, but because I think I showed no fear, they didn't attack me. I think if I acted scared, like some fear, they may well have attacked me. Oh, yeah, I'm not an expert on that, so don't take that advice literally. I'm not an expert on deers, obviously, but yeah, they didn't attack me, but they are dangerous when they're rutting. They can be dangerous. So I find with deer, the best time to see them is in the morning and in the evening. You actually see them, they watch the sunset and watch the sunrise, but you obviously can see them in the day. You often see them in the day, but you see them sort of standing still looking at the sun, watching the sunset. Make a great picture if you've got a zoom lens, which you probably need, to be honest. They're very scared of humans, and quite rightly so, because obviously they are hunted. They are kept under control, I guess, but they do venison. People eat the meat, so which is yeah, it tastes good, I think. Yeah, I do like that. Oh, this is the perfect hiking morning. It's not hot, there's clouds out, there's some sunlight. It's beautiful morning, ideal. And my next village, I'm just heading to, I'll be to in a bit, just got to go up a hill in a bit to it, is Cold Aston. I actually know the name of the village because I looked on the map. I'm a bit more awake today for some reason. Okay folks, it's rubbish time with a countryside bin. How cool is that? I went slightly the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going to put the bag in as well. It's another highly used bag. I've got plenty more in the bag. So it hasn't been wasted, it's been used a lot. Yeah, I've gone a slightly longer way. I missed the turn off into the field, but I'm going along a road. It's only a little bit longer. So this is the church of the village, which I probably wouldn't have seen if I went across the field. It's only because I'm walking through the village, I took the road route. I got to see this. It's quite a nice church. And here, someone's left something on the bench. Safe. That's nice, isn't it? They have a pub here called the Plough Inn in Cold Aston. They have a phone box and it has the standard defibrillator in, as you can see. No phone, defibrillator. They've been doing those for years in phone boxes now. And here is the village sign for Cold Aston. Aston Blank, I'm not sure. Any of you guys know what that means? Why is it called Aston Blank as well? This is really cool, guys, because I've done the Macmillan Way before, which this is, and I've done the Oddington Way, which is along here as well, and apparently it's also the Windrush Way. Oh, this is part of the Gloucestershire Way as well along here. I'm not sure if it's the Oddington Way along here. It's definitely not the Windrush Way, and it is very definitely the Cotswold Round along here. So many walking trails, folks, in the UK. If you're not from Britain, yeah, especially in England, Wales, lots of rights of way, and I think it's just, yeah, in Scotland as well. But I know, especially in England, there's so many long distance trails. Like, it would take a lifetime. Probably wouldn't even be able to do them all in a lifetime, to be honest. Okay guys, well, really disappointingly, I've just had to switch to the GoPro 7. My GoPro 8 has just stopped working. I can't get it to work. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but luckily I've got the GoPro 7 with me as well. So yeah, that is a little bit annoying, but anyway, I'll be at the next village soon. I forgot what I was going to say now, because I was going to film something. I totally forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, hopefully I can get the GoPro 8 working again. Yeah, every time I turn the GoPro on, the GoPro 8, it just makes a beeping sound. No display comes up or anything. Then when I try and click on the the record button, just makes a beep. No display, anything. Pretty sure the battery was charged. I was charging the battery up when I with the battery pack when I sat down, and then when the battery I just pull in it, it's fully charged. So anyway, I've took the batteries out of the GoPro 8, and hopefully I can get it to work again. I need a new compact stills camera as well, really, because the one I got, it takes pictures, but it's fussy when it turns on and off. So sometimes you want to take a picture, you can't because the thing won't turn on. And every time I take the battery out, even just for a second, all the dates reset. So it's had a few bashes. It's a good camera. It's got a 1-inch sensor in it. But yeah, I can't really justify buying a new camera I don't make that much money from stock photography at the moment, so unless I start making lots of money from stock photography, I can't really justify paying a couple of £100 for a decent camera. Probably more than that, won't it? It'd be more than that for a decent camera these days. Just coming into the next village, which I think is Lower Slaughterford it's called. So in fact it's called Lower Slaughter, not Lower Slaughterford. So this is Lower Slaughter. So I'm just crossing this bridge here. Okay. I think they're a bit worried about all the tourism here at the moment. There's a lot of signs about social distancing. Oh, that's beautiful, eh? Museum looks like it's closed. Yes, don't think that's going to be opening today, judging by the signs I've seen around here. Everyone's a little bit worried about what's going on, I guess. Although lockdown's well over now. Stay at home, it says. Okay, let's leave the villagers in peace. Yeah, it's fair enough. I think they get a lot of tourists here, so I think they're really worried about that. It's a bit quiet. It's only 8:47 in the morning at the moment. Yeah, so just walking along the river, or stream, I guess it's a river, in Lower Slaughter. This is the first village I've seen signs saying stay at home on the whole trail, even though the lockdown's over. But like I said, I guess it's because it gets really busy here. It's really touristy, so people are a little bit worried about that, I guess. It's a lovely place. Don't know what this is. Looks like a water spring of some kind. It's obviously not in use now. So this is just down where I just walked from. Still only 8:50 in the morning. I noticed on my GoPro 7 startup times is a bit slower than the GoPro 8. Obviously I'm filming in a wide angle because it doesn't have linear on GoPro 7. I use linear on GoPro 8. But my GoPro 7 was playing up just a minute ago, but I got the screen to come back on. So I thought, that's weird. So I'm going to have another go at my GoPro 8, see if I can get it to work again. This is the church in Lower Slaughter, by the way. Yeah guys, I just had to mess around with it. I can connect it to my phone and the display shows okay and everything, but the front display is not coming on when I switch it on, and the back display isn't coming on when I switch it on. So have any of you guys had this problem with the GoPro 8? Let me know in the comments, or if there's a way to solve it, rather than me sending it off to GoPro. It's still under warranty, but I'm not sure how good and reliable they are. I might be waiting for months. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, it works through the phone, but that's no good to me, is it? I need the display on here. So yeah, because I can't see what I'm recording otherwise, or when it's recording. So yeah guys, let me know if you know anything about it. There's some information about the Gloucestershire Way if you want to read it. And apparently this is the Macmillan Way as well, and the Monarch Way, the Gloucestershire Way, the Heart of England Way. Actually, yeah, that's a lot of paths, isn't it? a place to live, eh? Beautiful. So this is the bridge I just walked over. Just filming from this way because it's the light's better. Probably one of my favourite bridges on the whole way. Well, I presume I'm going the right way. Yeah, it's got a sign on here. Cheers guys, sorry for disturbing you. This looks like a memorial to Willie Wumpkins, 1968 to 1991. But that's all it says. Does anyone know anything about this? Leave in the comments please. So guys, I'm going to make a bit of a detour through to Stow-on-the-Wold just to get a takeaway or something and go to the Tesco superstore there, then head back down to the trail. Okay folks, this road is insanely busy. I don't think there is a path up to where I wanted to go. This road into Stow-on-the-Wold is this path into Stow-on-the-Wold is insane. I haven't filmed the busy bits. It's seriously busy road. This is not much, that bit was a better bit of the path. Normally it was just like a thin path going on the way up here. So hopefully it's worth the detour. It is a nice place anyway. So doesn't look. I think I've got to have this on a darker. I might actually change the settings on this GoPro because it's looking a little bit too light to me. Don't know how well it's coming out. Got the same sort of similar settings I have on the GoPro 8. I've driven past this cemetery so many times, mostly going on family holidays to Devon. Used to go past this cemetery through Stow-on-the-Wold, so I've been through Stow-on-the-Wold so many times. I've been here a few times as well, I think, to the actual town, but I've never actually walked through the cemetery, I don't think. It's a big cemetery actually, and Stow-on-the-Wold, it's only a small place. I guess it used to be bigger than it is now. So this looks like a really old bit of the cemetery, right at the very back. It's like all the old tombs are very interesting. They've got so much history. Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the town walking through the cemetery, I think. This isn't actually on the Cotswold Round. I made a slight detour to go to the Tesco superstore here, but it's worth a detour. It's a very, very touristy town, and plus the fact I can get my provisions here. Oh, I can see 2 lynch gates to this cemetery. Probably needed them. How big it is. A lot of these small places used to be much bigger in the past, like in the Industrial Revolution. I guess there was a lot of mills and factory, factories of the past, but there isn't anymore, is there? So it's partly why the railways a lot of the railway lines closed down as well. Wonder if it's really busy at the moment. Well, obviously the road is. This place always seems to be, well, that road is Oxford to Swindon Road apparently. That's what it said on the sign. Hopefully I can get out through this way. Yeah, it's really, really, really busy here. Don't know, that might be too dark. Maybe I'll make it a bit lighter. I just altered the settings on the GoPro 7. Got a feeling like I've had it on a way too light setting. Doesn't look like there's many tourists here though. There's a lot of people going through the town. Half my footage is either going to be like really bright or dark. I think I need to make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, I don't like the auto settings because the colours go up and down, but then the problem with having manual settings is the light keeps changing, and yeah, you have to keep changing the settings. Okay, that still looks dark. It should be a little bit lighter. Maybe I'll do it a tad lighter than this. Okay, I reckon that's better. It's got a really long high street actually, this town. Yeah, there's not that many tourists here. It's just like a really busy road because it's on the way to like the West Country. Like a lot of people use the motorway now, I guess, but yeah, obviously still used a lot of this road. It's very busy. Okay, so it seems I was walking the wrong way. I'll go back up here. Not sure if I've actually been up this way before. I thought where I was going was the high street. Maybe it's up here. Apparently this is the historic town centre up here. I'm sure that's what the sign said anyway. Okay, looks like an old cross of some kind. Not sure what it's about. There's a little... Yeah, pause that if you want to read it. Okay, so the English Civil War Battle of Stow, near this cross. Pause it if you want to read that. So that's this cross. So this is the church in Stow-on-the-Wold. It's a lot of cars parked here, but there's not that many tourists as well. It's 11:01, it might get more busy in the afternoon. I've seen a co-op here. I've seen quite a few takeaways. To be honest, I'm probably just going to get my food from Tesco's. The Stag at Stow, another pub. Got a trespass store over there. Cotswold Galleries. The organic shop. Which I guess sells organic stuff. Food. Another memorial of some kind, or a water fountain, or a water spring. And a red telephone box. Not sure what this one's all about. That's a fountain. Pause it if you want to read it. Well guys, it's rubbish time again at Stow-on-the-Wold Tesco superstore this time. So I'm just going to do my shopping now. Apparently today you have to wear masks in the shop. After 3 months of pandemic we didn't, now we do. Okay folks. Just seen this in Stow-on-the-Wold. Okay folks, well I'm walking back down this way because I actually walked in the wrong direction to the Tesco store quite a way. I've got to kind of walk back on myself, so it's quite a bit of a detour in the end. Stag in again. Yeah, it was the opposite side of town basically, the Tesco superstore, and to be honest it wasn't that big. It's mountain warehouse there. Yep. So we've got another red phone box here on the high street, I guess, or the main road that goes through Stow-on-the-Wold. Okay guys, I think this is the place I'm heading to, back on trail. Okay folks, this is back on trail, and the phone box here looks rather empty. No phone. See? Ah, locked. Can't open it. Well guys, that is the that, which is now a house over there, was a windmill. Pause that if you want to read it. Interesting, this looks like it may have been a camping and caravan place or something. It says here, please camp in the lower field of clubhouse, £6 per night tent for 2 people. Oh, I didn't realise that. There's no one camping here now, maybe it's closed. So that the rugby club I just went through, I think it was some kind of military rugby club. So there's all loads of people in camo gear all sitting around. So, and then I saw, which you would have saw in this video just now, like a stone monument to, I think it was either someone who died or just people who have died in a conflict in general. So, and apparently they got camping there, but I'm not sure if it's open now. I don't see anyone camping or any caravans, but it's pretty cheap. It says £6. I think that's for tents. So I'm guessing that includes the facilities as well. Okay, and some more rubbish I'm putting in this bin in Oddington. Alright, well, it's a defibrillator phone box in this village. Let's have a look. So you got, yeah, no phone, just your standard defibrillator. So this is the pub in Oddington. It isn't very busy at the moment, no cars there. And coffee, tea, cakes, tarts, fresh summer bread, village deli shop. Ah, it's got a takeaway as well. It says here, lambing season, please keep under the dogs. We have sadly lost a number of our newborn lambs to dogs. Ah, it's not good, is it? It's a pub in Oddington. Beer garden was a bit full. Actually, it's the fullest pub I've seen since I've been doing this walk, I think. But it is actually 1:32 in the afternoon, or 13:32, however you want to say it. Well, it's pretty much been estate after estate, or manors. Another big manor coming up now. I've got one in my mind which I think is the most extravagant. I think that's the one that had the pond. I can't remember what episode that was now. I'm getting confused with the days. But yeah, that had a pond, and the view was fantastic. It was just, you know, it could be something out of a James Bond film. There's been a few places like this, but this one sticks in my mind. Not this one, but the one I'm thinking of. It had like a pond. You might remember it. We're lucky in the UK. I'm talking specifically about England's rights of way, because I know more about that than Scotland and Wales. I think the Welsh one's about pretty much the same, but in England anyway, the rights of way. This is a right of way I'm on, by the way, which a lot of them go through people's property or gardens. Like this is a massive estate garden. There's a big manor house up there. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's probably amusing to people that we can just walk through these places. But it's like it's an ancient right, but it's a right we lost, I believe, or right to roam we lost, which a load of people fought for. I don't know what year, but it was a famous thing that happened up in the Peak District, a national park of ours. Before it was a national park, fought for the rights to roam. Now we have the right to roam and go on these rights away, which is, yeah, so a lot of them even go through people's gardens, like, you know, small house gardens, and some people, obviously, some landowners don't like it, but a lot of landowners embrace it, I think. You can tell they put the path out all nicely for us and stuff. Some landowners obviously do not like it and let the rights of way grow over so much it's almost impossible to get through without a chainsaw. A lot of landowners are talk to you and interested in what you're doing, how far you've walked. I guess if a landowner's getting lots of rubbish on his land from people, it's bound to make them a little bit, well, I'm not surprised, grumpy about it. People leaving crap everywhere. But most of the places I've been to on the Cotswold Round have been actually fine. Actually, yeah, this is some good news, folks. Most of this hike has been pretty much rubbish free. even the main bit of the the national trail, which is used a lot, there was only one place where I see people have been using a bird feed as a bin, which is incredibly naughty, especially when you consider there's bins in the next village which was just up the hill. How lazy is that? But apart from that, yeah, I've seen no problem with rubbish on this trail really. Okay, this is the church in something or other. I'll put the name up on the screen. It's probably a bit too dark, isn't it? Not sure if that's coming out dark or not. Okay, it's rubbish time. I forgot there was a village shop here. Look at this little shop. Yeah, I used it when I did the Macmillan Way, I remember now. Looks like it's just closed. Still open, but I've got all my stuff I need. It's a shame, I could have just gone to this shop. Oh well. How cool is this? They got like a defibrillator in the middle of their house. How weird is that? Look. Okay, how about this for the most fancy bus stop? Looks like an old train station sign. It's really hot and muggy at the moment. Whew. That's some other people coming up. I forgot about this place. This is also another place with a really nice old church. It's okay. Taking a nap. Oh, they're chilled out, aren't they? What are they on? Oh, I'm knackered, I really am. Really tired. Another one of my favourite churches by this beautiful manor house. Open to the public sometimes, closed at the moment. Up there is some kind of folly. Too tired to go up there, to be honest. Beautiful church and manor house. Let's have a look through the cemetery, shall we? I'm going to have to take my time. I think I've pushed it too much. Whew. So hot. If I find somewhere to camp, I might call it an early day. I've been walking too far with such a heavy load, doing too much, just too much. So I'm still having a look around the church. I'm sure there were some interesting tombs here. I think it was this church. Well, there's a lot of interesting tombs in a lot of churches, but Exhausted. Yeah, we're not so far away from Rollright Stones, and I remember this field because I have been here before 1 or 2 times. It has limestone, I think it's limestone, like the stones at Rollright, I think. Yeah, there's at least one over there just on the opposite side of the track to the one I just showed you. So whether that was part of some Neolithic monument or it's just there naturally, I don't know. Yeah, I can see some more down there as well actually. It's a really big one down there. It must be here naturally, I think. Maybe this is where they got the stones for Rollright stones from. It could possibly be. So again, this is that in that field, not far from too far from Rollright Stones. I think they're just here naturally. So were these part of a stone circle, or were they planned to be part of a stone circle, or just from where they got the stones from for Rollright? So let's have a look around them. I think they're just naturally occurring here. Okay, not far from Rollright Stones now. Pretty much where I'm going to end today's walk. I am absolutely knackered. Lots of wildflowers around the farms, like I said in a previous episode. Never seen so many. It's quite nice. I think my hay fever likes it though. I wonder if this is the old route before the road that goes through Rollright Stones now. Because it's lower down from that road, and it seems to it's going in the same direction. Well guys, I've got my tent up in a secret location. As I said, I'm not giving the location away. But a horse rider went past. I don't know if she saw me, I saw her. And hopefully it's not the owner of the land, or someone's going to come up here in a bit, I don't know. Hopefully not, because I am absolutely knackered. I really don't want to move, but if I have to, I have to. But yeah, if they do come up, I'll explain to them what I'm doing. Hopefully they'll be okay about it if they do come up. I'm just too tired, man. I've just got to go to sleep. Yeah, in England there is no law saying that you can wild camp, but it's also not a crime to wild camp. It's not a criminal offence at the moment to wild camp. The only thing is, if you cause any damage on the land, that's a criminal offence, like damaging fences, anything on the property. Even cutting down trees and stuff like that could, I guess, be a criminal offence. Also taking foraging for food, that's theft, like if you take wild plants off someone's private land. There are a few exceptions, of course. There are areas that it probably would be a criminal offence to camp, such as top secret bases and you know, like things like that, military installations and stuff like that. Obviously you can't camp in places like that. Certain sensitive areas may be a crime to camp. Even really like on ancient monuments. I always try and, if I camp near an ancient monument, try and camp away as far as possible these days. But to be honest, tent pegs are not going to cause any damage, but yeah, it's best to stay as far away from like an ancient monument as you can when you're camping, really. If the landowner does come up, just be polite with them, because remember, being intimidating is a criminal offence if you intimidate people. So if you're being aggressive, which you shouldn't be anyway, it's a criminal offence. Or if you say any offensive words, that is actually a criminal offence now. So just be polite, and if the landowner tells you to move, because like I said, it's not really in the law you can wild camp in England, but it's also not a criminal offence. The only criminal offence that's going to happen is things that could happen on top of your wild camping, like I said, like intimidating the landowner or something like that. You should always be polite anyway. It doesn't matter what the law is. You know, it's just common sense. Be polite to people. So, but that is the law as far as I know. I'm not an expert on it, so you should always research things like this. This is just my thoughts on it. From what I know, of course, things always update and stuff, so you should always check that, and yeah, get some proper legal advice if you're worried about it. The main thing is respect the landowner and respect the land, and you'll be okay. You may have to move, but hopefully there's somewhere not so far away to camp. But I like the law the way it is at the moment. I think if they legalised wild camping in England, it could actually make things more stricter. Like in parts of Scotland, parts of Loch Lomond are off limits to camping, and you could get a big fine then. So basically, like if it was legalised in England, I think wild camping could become a serious problem, and we could see lots of rubbish everywhere. But obviously, like everybody should be able to do this, but unfortunately, there are large amounts of people who just trash the place. But then there's large amounts of people who don't. But like I'm saying, they use that as an excuse to criminalise it, and there'll be big fines if you get caught wild camping then. So this is why I'm thinking wild camping should not be put in law that you can wild camp. I think it's a bad idea. I think the way the law stands, it protects the landowner and it also protects you wild camping as well. So guys, this is the drone I got with me. It's the old Maverick Air, which is lighter than the new one. That's why I didn't get the new one. And I've got the control in here. You put your mobile phone on there, and I've got an attachment that goes on there, and then the sticks also screw onto here. And then I've got 3 spare batteries, and I've got a battery in it already, so I've got 4 batteries altogether. I've got my charging cable, which I don't know why I bothered bringing, because I don't fancy charging up my gear in churches at the moment. I do give a donation, by the way, to churches, and a bit extra when I do that, but I think people are a little understandably paranoid at the moment, so I don't really like to use the churches at the moment. I don't think local people really appreciate me charging up my camera gear in the church, even if I'm giving money, because they're a little bit worried at the moment what's going on. So yeah, probably shouldn't have bought the charging cable. It would have saved me some weight. I've got enough battery power anyway. Okay folks, you join me from inside my tent, and I'm sorry about the mess in here. As you can see, I am charging things in my tent. I've not took a solar panel with me, and the reason being is that I find that it's actually more efficient to take loads of battery packs and a solar panel with UK weather. And there's no real chance of me charging the drone battery. I've experimented in the past. It takes about 30 Celsius of constant heat with a solar panel facing the sun for a whole day sun to charge up one battery, and that was with my old Maverick Pro. So I've kind of given up on that idea of charging drone batteries up with a hiking solar panel. But they are good for charging up like a small GPS watch in your phone. But apart from that, I think the battery packs are going to be way more efficient per weight. And this is my setup here. I've got like this is an OMI 20 battery pack. I'll put a link in the description, and I've got 2 cheap big power packs here. I'll put a link in the description for these, and they are very good value. The only thing with these are they take ages to charge up. You take the whole day to charge up these 2, but they hold a lot of power. This holds a bit more, but it charges up within within 3 hours this will be fully charged. But as I said, these can take the whole day, these two. And I've got where is it, a small power pack here. But yeah, I've got two. I take two GoPros with me, the GoPro 7 and 8, and as you know, earlier on my GoPro 8 has failed me, so the screen doesn't come on. So as I said earlier on, if any of you guys know how to fix this or what might be wrong with it, let me know. I will be trying to find out myself when I get back home, but hopefully I can resolve that problem. At the moment I'm using the GoPro 7 to film this.
I have a huge amount of ventures to edit, so hopefully this will keep you entertained during the current restrictions we have.